I'm not sure why, but of their Hermes Le Jardin perfumes, apart from the ones that I think are possibly discontinued, like I think there's one called Mediterranean in a blue bottle, and that doesn't seem to be on the Hermes website anymore. And I think maybe there's another one that isn't on the website anymore either. But Sur le Toit is a really popular one, and I'm pretty sure this is still part of the main collection. But oddly, it's really difficult to get a sample of this one. And this is one of the ones that I really like. I've liked this for many years. I don't have a bottle of it because these perfumes are very expensive, they're very light. Um, but because I was doing the reviews of all the other samples I have of this collection, so if I ever do really crave wearing any of them, I have those little samples that I can wear. I just I really wanted to be able to talk about this one as well because I think this is absolutely gorgeous. It's green, it's fresh, it's juicy, it's slightly herbal, but it's a really subtle, pretty, summery rose scent. Um, okay, so I mean, it's obviously another really beautiful sample card, gorgeous. Here she is. So light delight, crunchy and cheerful. It is a little bit crunchy. In the same way that Sur le Nil has something crunchy about it because it's got like the carrots and it's got all these weird kind of slightly vegetal kind of garden smells. This smells more like a kind of English country garden. So notes listed for Sur le Toit are grass, red apple, rose, pear, rosemary, and magnolia. So, I mean, I can tell you that in my mum and dad's garden, they've got grass, they've got a couple of apple trees. They used to have some roses, and they've got rosemary. They've got all kinds of herbs. I'm not sure if mum's got any magnolias. I don't think so, and we haven't got pears. But apart from that, so this is voted as being very grassy, followed by a red apple, followed by rose. I think there's quite a lot of apple and pear going on here. I think there is something wonderful, ever so slightly soapy coming from that rosemary. And I do think it's grassy, but I wouldn't necessarily vote, not in the dry down anyway, that the grass is the strongest thing here. I would very much be in disagreement with everyone else. But I think it's just incredibly easy to wear. It's super pretty. If you spray it on a card, it's going to smell more grassy, more green, more sharp. On skin, it will dry down to being a green, light, pretty rose with a sweetness from a red apple and pear juice kind of vibe. Let me just have a quick sniff. So they're very good for high heat because they're really refreshing, really pretty, but they are quite expensive for what they are. I kind of put them in the same grouping as the Aqua Allegorias, you know. Um, they are expensive perfumes that are eau de toilette kind of, but very light eau de toilettes. Very watery, very fresh, gorgeous. Personally, I don't like to spend huge amounts of money on things that are really incredibly light because I can get light perfumes for cheap. But I do also think that the Le Jardin stroke Un Jardin range from Hermes are very, very special, beautiful perfumes. And this one, it's a green, fruity rose. It's absolutely delicious. And trust me, if I had no concerns about money, if I was a rich person, I would have this whole collection, except for maybe the one in the kind of brownie bottle because that just leans a little bit too into the kind of indolic jasmines kind of smell for me. But apart from that, I think I'd have all of them. I think they're gorgeous, but yeah, it depends. If you're not on a budget, highly recommend pretty much all of them. If you are on a budget, there are other things that you can get that have that same kind of vibe, I think. But then they're not quite as special as the Jardin range. Hermes absolutely smashed it with this range. So this is probably my last review of any of these because this is the only sample that I really struggled to find. But yeah, again, absolutely beautiful. Sur le Toit, what a beauty. Whole range, absolutely lovely. If I were a rich man. Da, 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 da.